Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, we're taking a look at the new Forbidden Limited list that is coming out on October 7th, which is in a week. And I'm not gonna lie, this better be something important. Now granted, I don't actually know if this is the Forbidden Limited list for the new pack, because that's what it seems like, which means we might be getting something of importance where they actually ban something, in which case you won't see this video. But if you are seeing this video, that means it's a full ban list, including a post-DC ban list. And if that is the case, then there needs to be some very important cards on here, otherwise the game is basically dead. So, let's take a look at this. Let's just hop in. First and foremost, cards to be forbidden. One card. One card? Just Baguska. Okay, game's dead. Congratulations, Konami, the game is dead. Oh, wait. Holy shit. Now, here's the thing. Apo needs to be on here, and the fact that it's not is criminal behavior, genuinely. That being said, those are massive Malice hits that I was not expecting. A Dormouse, one Gold Sark, and one Malice in Underground is quite substantial to their consistency, and genuinely does hurt them. Now, granted, they can still do the same things that they were previously doing, they're just more inconsistent in being able to actually accomplish that, because of the fact that they just have their numbers go down, which is something, at the very least. That being said, again, no Apo is terrible for the game. No Apo ban is terrible for the game. I don't know why we're not banning Apo. That seems counterintuitive and really, really stupid. And I know some dumbass person is going to be like, oh, it's because they can't. They're not allowed to ban it because of some gacha restriction. Here's the thing. No, that's just not true. Unless you can literally cite your source from the Japanese government that prevents them from banning something with an alternate artwork in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, I will not believe you. Because that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Now, granted, Konami might be disincentivized as a company to ban something with an alternate artwork, but I genuinely cannot fathom a world in which there is a restriction legally for them to not ban Apo. So Apo not being banned, not good. Also, where's Link Decoder? Or Lingaribo or something? I don't where are the Link ones? I guess those don't exist. But alas, okay. Sure. Let's move on. To be fair, good hits. Cards to be unlimited. Sure. That's it. That's the whole. Yeah, game's dead. No, this doesn't solve the issue. This doesn't actually fix the problem. We're all aware of this, right? Like, Malice still does the Malice thing. Yes, it's more inconsistent, but it's still consistent, right? We still have a Lure of Darkness. We still have a bunch of other things that we could potentially do to assist. And, like, no, yeah, this still just does. You still just do the same things that you were previously doing, which is a lot of the issue, right? Yes, you can't do it off of, like, Dormouse as consistently, but, like, who cares? Like, any of the Malice monsters still technically did it with pretty much anything. So, okay. Again, the consistency is down, but that wasn't the issue. The issue was the power level, right? Malice being consistent is kind of expected. It's a Cybers deck. Where's Splash Mage? Where's Link Decoder? Where's Apo? Where's, anything. Just anything in general. Baguska being banned is fine. However, where's Ouroboros? Where's limitations to the Ryziel names to make them actually in line with a bunch of the other decks. I mean, yeah, now you can't go like Ryziel into untargetable, indestructible Bagooska, which is good, right? But who cares? Also, where's the limitations? Why is Raigeki coming back as opposed to limitations on actual board breakers, which are very, very frustrating in best of ones and have been since the release of the game? The problem is that if they continue to print decks that want to go second, which I think is a good idea, you have to limit some sort of board breaker because they're just way too powerful in best of one. When you can't plan around getting your board lightning stormed and you don't have the option to play games 2 and 3 to force the opponent to either go first or actually have side deck options to beat that, these cards are incredibly powerful and really frustrating to deal with. Things like Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, Evenly Matched, Red Reboot, etc. These cards are just inherently frustrating and not very fun, similar to that of Bagooska. Bagooska is not an inherently powerful card. It's okay, but it wasn't really the issue. The only problem with it is that it's not fun. Like, the Ryziel cards are very clearly the issue, right? Even though, like, Bagooska has been pretty good throughout the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! That being said, it's never really been that big of an issue. But it's annoying, as is the case with a bunch of other board breakers, like Raigeki. Have you ever had your board Raigeki'd and been like, wow, what a cool, interesting game? 99% of the time, it's awful, right? Like, if it actually happens and your board of, like, 4 or 5 monsters just goes away, it's very frustrating, and it's not a very fun experience for either you or your opponent. It's not like they played through your board. They activated one card, and then the game stopped. The game was over at that point. That happens so often because of these inherently powerful board breakers, like Lightning Storm and what have you, that are so frustrating because of how insanely powerful they are, just generically, with no cost, right? Again, Raigeki and what have you. But, and that's not even to say the actual problem that is here, which is no Maxi, no Apo. Where are the Apo ban? Where are the Maxi ban? Where are the actual bans that do anything? There aren't any. They're just minor limitations to consistency to Malice. Malice still does the same thing that it previously did, which is, I mean, it matters, right? These are good hits, right? But it's not enough, because the problem was not the consistency of Malice as much as it was what Malice ended on. That was what was so frustrating, and it still does that. And it's not even more susceptible to hand traps. It still does that. Apo needed to be banned. Maxi needed to be banned, let's be honest, right? Things like Called By as well are very frustrating and needs to be banned, but they're just like, no, fuck you, die. I'm not going to play this game. I'm just straight up, I'm done with this game. I'm so sick and tired of this stupid game. I might come back to this game every once in a while, but I'm not going to lie, we're probably going to be playing Genesis format from now on and be testing that, or be doing literally anything else, because this game is dead and Konami has killed it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hope you guys did indeed enjoy it. Let me know down below if you guys agree with this, with this ban list or not. But, yeah, goodbye.